Wow. Wow, what happened? Not sure what happened there. I was actually having a little technical difficulties. Okay, you guys are back. First of all, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Here we go. MacBook, you guys, spinning circle. I'm going to give it a minute. Are we here? Am I here? So I need to know again what happened here. Now we are frozen. Okay. Oh my goodness. What's happening here? Okay. Am I back, Lisa? Is everything good? And you can hear, I can see my microphone is working. Okay. All right. Sandra says she can hear me. My scrapped life is thumbs up. Okay. Is anybody here? For some reason, I think I may have lost YouTube. Is anybody here from YouTube? Because I don't see, I'm not sure if I'm streaming there. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Just technical difficulties because I am working. Okay, thank you, friends. All right, because usually I have a little icon that tells me, you know, who's here from which platform. On YouTube. Excellent. Well, friends, welcome to Tidy Up Tuesday, complete with technical difficulties as usual. All right. And okay. Yay. All right. So we are ready to roll. I'm so excited to be back with Tidy Up Tuesdays because it seems like no matter what we do, we create stuff and then we have to tidy it up, right? So if you guys are ready to tidy up with me, I'm going to share a few of my favorite creative memory organizers. And when I was getting ready for today, I realized there's a lot of creative memories organizers. So I'm actually going to focus on 3 today, and I may give you a few new ideas on how to use them. Some of the ideas I've covered before, but what I want to do is kind of take this step by step, and then I'm going to ask you for some ideas today too. Okay, so get your thinking caps on, and maybe this will spark some ideas for you. So we're going to do a part 1 this week and part 2 next week. So what I want to do is share a few of my links. So if you're new here, this is where you can find me. Whoops, right here. You can shop the CM products that I'm going to share with you right now. You can shop on my CM website right there. And then on Facebook, if you can find me on Facebook, you probably have already found me on Facebook or on YouTube. YouTube is the platform that I have all my videos, like it's my everything platform. If you want to know where everything is kept, YouTube's the place. Facebook is really where I keep posts active of what I'm up to, what I'm doing. So, you know, this is happening. There's training here. There's a new video coming. There's, you know, new products, blah, blah, blah. So Facebook is kind of that. And then Instagram is where I like to post close-up shots of my layouts. Okay, so yeah. Oh, good. So Courtney says she loves my video library. There are a lot. I've been doing this over 3 years now, and still going strong, still Friday night scrapbooking every 2 weeks, and new content in between all of that. And like I said, this is a comeback to my really popular series from last year where we just talk about tidying up and organization for your craft room. So down at the very bottom, you will also see there is a link to my Amazon shop, because one of the biggest questions I get asked, I see your question, Cheryl, welcome right back. One of the biggest questions I ask is, Lauren, where can I find some of the other stuff? Because what I like to do is look at what kind of products. I have no allegiance to any particular brand, but what I do like is a good product. So I may take Creative Memories products, and you'll see today, I'm going to meld those with other products. And then people are like, well, where do I get those? A lot of times I source them on Amazon. And so I will share that with you, my little Amazon shop. And that is an affiliate link shop, just to be clear. But it does have like, these are the products. So you are always welcome to go shop them yourself. But that's what I use, and where I've, basically it says, do you want to add stuff to your, add it from your own order. So if I've ordered it and I like it, I stick it in the shop. So you'll see a lot of different things, but all the things in my shop are things that I have used out and about in my craft room, in my space. Okay, so here let me get to some questions. I see lots of questions. Hold on a second. And before we go on, also, I just want to ask you a favor. If you enjoy my content, I'm going to be asking this often, because I'm realizing how important it is for content creators. If you are enjoying this content, can you give me a thumbs up? Just hit that little thumbs up button, either on Facebook or on YouTube. And that really does go a long way. So if you enjoy being here, sharing with, enjoying what I share with you, that would be something you could do for me. So thank you for doing that. Okay, questions. Let's see. I just want to go back to the beginning and make sure I didn't miss any before. Okay, so I've got some big QQQs. So I love it that you guys know for now that when you have a question, those Qs really do help me identify. So Cheryl has a question. I am looking for the oil you use for your CM punches. Where or which video do you show how to use it? Also, do you have an affiliate link for us to order? Thank you. Okay, that's a great question, Cheryl. That was probably somebody else's video, because I have not found an oil for my punches. I know it's been out there somewhere, but that wasn't me. So I can't help you with that one. We'll look into it though. I'm going to write that down and we'll look into it. And then Lisa says, if you don't already have it planned, I'd love to see a video how you organize pack to head to a crop. Great idea. Let's add that to the list. Absolutely, Lisa. I usually scrap right here at home. So what is that? Oh, that's this over here. That is like hanging in the scene here. And so is my microphone, which I can't even get working right now. Okay. So, but yeah, let's talk about that, because there's some great organizers, and that actually might kind of dovetail with some of the organizers I'm going to talk about next week. Okay. So, yeah, let me write a note and we'll talk about those, pack for a crop. Okay. You guys came with your questions. I love it. All right. Any other quick questions before we get started? Diane says she loves Lisa's question. Okay. Thank you, Sabine. You always give me thumbs up. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay. Pam has the answer to the punch oil that others are using is 3-in-1 dry lube. And she sourced hers on Amazon. So you know what? I will look that up. I will order it. And if I like it, I will add it to my list. But I do think that probably is something. I know I have used, foil and different things to kind of for sticky punches. But if that's a good oil, then let's try it out. Thank you for that. Okay. So I will lube. Okay. So today, all right, I'm excited. Today, what I want to do is share with you 3 organizers that I've talked about before, but I have some new spins for you on those. The first one, and these are all CM organizers, so you can find them at creativememories.com, user Lauren Hinds. Let me unmute that. And also, if you or shop with your advisor if you have an advisor. Okay, so these are the Creative Memories Sort and Stash binders. And I have mentioned before, kind of when I was giving an overview, how much I love these binders and what I use them for. So I'm going to share two things that I've kind of briefly talked about before, but I'm also going to share a new use for these binders. Now, what I love, because I do mostly scrap in my scrap room, I love that these binders fit in the new Michaels cube. So can you see those? That's a new Michaels cube, the 16 by 16 cube. And these binders fit perfectly. You can get 5 binders in one cube. And I love that it has the handle that you can just pull off. And if you are going to ask, Lauren, where did you get those labels? I have an answer for you. We talked about this before, but I'm just going to review that for you also. Okay, so let's jump in to these binders. Okay, so you'll notice first that these are large, right? So like a normal notebook is pretty much like this big, right? Like here's a normal size notebook. So these binders are rather large, and they hold the fill and file sleeves. So I'm going to share 2 of these of what I've shared before, and then the third one is something new. And Diane has a question. When I get a chance, I can't find the name of the new paper holders that you mentioned are a little heavier than the record covers. Oh, okay, Diane. I will share, I'm going to show you which product that is in my shop. So I'm going to do a screen share and show you my shop, and I'll remember to do that. And if not, remind me. Okay, so this one has the little tag on it, and you'll see this one says templates. So these tags are on my Amazon page. I've sourced them, and let me show you what they look like. They're in another organizer I'll be talking about. So this is called my labeling kit. And in here are the little tags, okay? And you can, I think they come in a pack of 9 of these little sizes, and they're sticky back, okay? So they have sticky. And then what I did is I cut some black paper because I like the way that looks. And then I used my Posca paint pens, which I love, and I wrote templates on there. Okay, so that's how I label, because these don't come with a label anywhere on the spine, and having so many of them all next to each other, I need to know which one is which. And in case you're asking, where are those pens? I also have my favorite labeling pen bundle. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback that I've gathered these all in one place for you, and these are in my Scrap Some Joy shop. And people are saying, oh my gosh, Lauren, I love having all your favorite pens. So these are non-CM pens, but they are what I use in my craft room to label and organize, and I do love these. Okay, so just wanted to mention that. So now we've got we know which binder we have. I'm going to go ahead and open the zipper on this one. I'll scoop these over here. And then in my templates, and haven't opened this for a little while, you'll see that this is where I keep all of my project recipe templates. I keep, these are some old CM things, my Titletopias from way back, anything that's plastic that you're going to use. It's like, it to me was the perfect place to keep all these big templates, because we've got the 12 by 12 sleeves. So these are the fill and file sleeves that can hold all these beautiful things. So you'll notice these are some of the older ones, and then we get into some of the new ones, the recipe templates that CM comes out with every so often. They come out with a new template. So I like keeping the what do you call it, like the index sheet also, and then I slip that in, and then the template goes right in front. So that's one of my favorite things to use these sleeves for, and one of the binders for. These binders are $35 and they come with 3 insert sheets, and then you can buy refills. You'll even see I have my old because I just can't throw anything away. Right? And so it's just stick it in there. Then everything's in one place. So if you ever need it, I also put in my little color wheel spinner. I mean, this is old CM stuff, but I love it. I love it still. Okay, so that's one binder. And Jennifer says she bought 4 after one of my videos, and they're all filled. I know. So wait till you see what I did with one today. All right, so this is templates. And that goes back on my shelf, and I love that I can zip it up and it has a handle. It's like a little suitcase. Here's my next one. And I actually have, 3 of these, because these are ABCs. So let me just show you my picture again. Okay, one sec. If you see here, I have laser tag. Oops, I gave that away. ABCs, black and white ABCs, and neutral ABCs, because I had so many ABCs. I had to split them up. I had too many, because these are from, years and years. So now what I did is I just grabbed the binder that has kind of all my color ABCs. And what you'll notice, and I've gone through this once before, so I'm going to do this quickly, is that I use full pocket ABCs. Some of these you'll recognize if you've been scrapping a long time. I also use the 4-up pockets for my little old ones. Oh yeah, sometimes you got to pull those out. And then I love the 2-ups, the side-by-side for the current format ABC stickers. So this is the format that of ABCs that CM uses now. You'll notice something like this. And then what I like to do is separate out my letters and numbers. So I put letters on one side, numbers on the other, right? So you can kind of see letters, numbers, different colors, and then this just goes on and on, right? So all the different colors, whatever order you want, Roy G. Biv, rainbow, whatever works for you. But as you can see, like I said, I had too many black because there were so many different fonts of black and white, and then the neutrals. So those, I'm not going to show you those because I've done those before, but those are in 2 other binders. So I have 3 total binders for my ABCs, but you can see this is already kind of full. And that, that's as much as I want to put in there. But the nice thing is, it all stays in here. So if I want to grab an ABC, it's in here, and I can just put that next to me, and then I'm ready to go. Okay, Amy has a question. So do I have any videos where you use your Cricut for cutting titles? Yeah, we have, if you look for my Friday night scrapbooking videos with Carrie, whenever you see Carrie's name, Carrie Payette, we usually do cutting things together. So I do have a few videos on using the Cricut. And actually there's a video comparing the Cricut, the Silhouette, and the Brother Scan and Cut. We did a video of that too. Okay. Yeah. So Jennifer's like, home from Minnesota. Yes. Home of CM. So if you got a chance to see my latest Friday night scrapbooking video, then, you'll see I was just there, and it was cold. It was fun. It was so much fun. Okay. So here's my brand new, sort and stash binder subject. Oops. And I forgot to grab something. So when you last, let me see. Okay. So when you may have last remembered, I have blue notebooks, and what I've been doing is pleading with Creative Memories to please give us some of these products that I love storing in notebooks, but in a larger format. And we will see. Hopefully some things are coming. I don't know. But I'm also going to kind of share. Remember how I said I like to pair things that I found with CM products, right? So before I had a whole binder like this, I'm telling you, my binder was like, it was pushing out like this. And this is where I kept my laser titles. And it was very similar. And I know how many of you really enjoyed organizing your title stickers, right? So this is titles, and I had everything in one, my stickers and my laser, and then my lasers started getting more and more, and then so then I took them and I put the lasers in another binder, and then that binder got really full. So these are my sticker title. This is my sticker title binder. If you ever want, I have a whole video on this. Okay. I don't need to go through this, but I have a whole video on it, how all the different organization tabs, how I did this, where you get the paper. What I'm hoping is that maybe CM will help us and give us 12 by 12 sticker backing sheets that can fit in this binder and tabs that go along with it. And if that's not going to happen, I am looking at trying to source that myself, because I believe that firmly in this process and how much I love it. I mean, I can keep it in the binder, but you can see the 12-inch strips do stick out the top. So, I mean, it works, right? It works, but wouldn't it be nice to have it in this? Because here's what I did. I decided that because my laser titles were exploding, and I did have a product that I could use for laser titles, that I was going to try something new. And let me tell you, I'm in love. Okay. All right. So, this is my new laser title binder. Okay, I want to take you back just for a minute and let you know this has been kind of a process, and I'll take you back and kind of share why I decided to do it this way. So as you know, one of my favorite things is like layering, and as you're creating pages, I'm going to share some other little doodads, but I love kind of different fonts and textures, and not just a sticker, but sometimes a cut title. And the biggest problem I was having was, this does not do me any good. This is how they come. This doesn't do me any good, because even though it shows you the little ones, like, I'm just not going to keep them in these little packets. I'm a visual person. I need to see what I have. So I had these all, like I mentioned, in little, if you remember, in little coupon holders, baseball sleeves, different things like this. And it was great. But like I said, my book was getting too full. And then I realized that part of what I love, you've seen me use these Samsil. These are Samsil scrapbook pages. And these are for 4x4 pictures, right? But they are 3-ring, which fits in here perfectly. And they are 12x12. And when I decided to use this, like a whole new world opened up for me. And so what I decided to do was kind of take that old notebook and spend a little time thinking about how I wanted to find my laser titles. And I really kind of simplified things down. I wanted to share, I kept one of the original thoughts I had was, I will keep them by collection, right? So this was I am grateful. These were some of the laser titles that came in that collection. Now, some people say, well, Lauren, why don't you keep this with your I am grateful collection? You can do that, definitely. But here's the thing, there are way too many titles here than I know I will ever use with that collection. And there are some really cool fonts that I just want to have access to. I mean, look at that. That is just so cool, right? But I might not remember that I have that cut title. So I decided actually what's better for me is alphabetical order. Okay. So what I decided was I was going to just start taking all of my different collections. So basically I'm taking all these different ones, right? And yeah, I'm a hoarder. Okay. People are going, Lauren, you still have the packets of those? Yes. I'm sorry. I'm a hoarder. I love them because I love these words. And some of them were really hard to get. You know, they were like incentives. Some are no longer available. This one is still available. The must have 4. This is kind of outdoorsy. So here's what I did. Alphabetical order. And so now all of these are mixing together. So when I flip through this, you might go, well, where did that come from? Yep, I'm putting it all together because that's how I think when I'm looking for a title for a layout. I'm not going to go, oh, do I have a cut title in my Happy album? This came from a Happy album collection. No, I don't think that way. Do I have a cut title from the Genuine collection? I don't think that way. What I do is I look at my page and I go, what would be kind of an inspirational title or something that I want to see that can complement? You know, I might go, oh, I might not think Homestead, right? I think this was from Homestead collection. But look at how blessed, how pretty that is when it just kind of pops out from looking at all these different ones. They're going to move around and, you know, kind of be a little whatever because these pockets are still 4x4, but I cut 4x4 squares. Let me show you. So I just took white cardstock and cut a bunch of 4x4 squares. So now these are front and back. Okay. So, these are alphabetical order. And then what I decided is I thought I wanted tabs and I could not find anywhere 12 by 12, like big enough tabs to go down the side. And so then what I thought is, oh, I'm going to try the CM School tabs and stick them on the plastic. So that's what you see up here are the CM tabs. So here, whoops, here you can see kind of a full sheet. So just remember, we have the primary school tabs. And I used all of them except these 2 light green, and they fit perfectly down the spine, you know, down the side of the pages. And these are all the colors that they come in, really pretty colors. So again, rainbow, I just love rainbow. But this is where you can find those tabs. And then I haven't decided yet, like I may do, so this has A, B, and C. So I may put a little label on here. What do you guys think? A, B, C. And then on the back, I would do D, E, F. So maybe on the back here, D, E, F. What do you guys think? Would that be kind of fun? And then on this side, I have more F. So let me go into that in a second, but then I could do F, or I could talk about like when I started pulling these together, I realized some collections, you'll see the same word over and over and over again, right? And let me see. Where did it go? Just had something. Okay, it just disappeared. So if I'm looking, you know, all those little miscellaneous words, I just had one I wanted to put in here. Anyhow, friends, excuse me, friends came up a lot. Friends, and family came up a lot. Family. So I could do, and fun. So this could also say friends, family, and fun. And then because there's a lot from a lot of different collections, you guys know what I'm talking about. They come up with the same theme in different, different collections you'll have. And then this one actually was a cut title that we did from the Homestead collection. So when Carrie was here, we were just playing around and I cut this on my Cricut from the digital file. Ta-da! Right? So of course, those are going to go right in here too. So the thought for me with this binder was if it's a word or words title, it's going to go alphabetical order up until, okay, so you'll see these keep going. So we have friends, family, then we have G, H, H. So I could do, let me know if you have a better idea on how to label these. I haven't just quite decided. That's why I kept them blank for now. Hello. Hello was another big word. Lots of hello. Hello, 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 hello. And then these were just a few happy birthdays in here as well. And then home, a lot of home, happy. Then we go into I, J, just because, keepsakes. I just put these on and it looks like, they're not too happy sticking to plastic. So I may have to add a little bit more adhesive inside so that they stick better to my plastic sleeves, right? So let me just get that back on there. So these are, when you peel them off, they're double-sided. And so I may just have to either press them down some more or stick them with a little glue or something. Okay, so you get the idea, right? And there's also a lot of love. I loved having a whole page of love and hearts and different things. Also, what I was realizing is sometimes I will do a die cut. So I have, I have a whole collection. That's one of my things. I love my dies, my die machine, and I love words and I love alphabets and I love shapes. Those are kind of the things. I'm not much of a card maker with my dies, but I love words, alphabets, and shapes. And I'll show you my shapes in a minute. So this was one that I cut that was a die cut. And now I have a place to put it where, like, before I was like, oh, I don't know where to put this. Now it's so easy to go, oh, it's going to go in L in my binder, right? So L and then M, lots of memories, lots of life memories. So you can see how just alphabetizing makes filing, putting things away so easy. So you can see this one kind of got moved around too. Okay. So just running through the alphabet, we are P, Q, R, S. And if there's like Q, okay. So yeah. So it goes from P, R, and then S because there's no Q words. So you just skip it. And then thankful. And so you can just see, like, are some of these coming back? Again, if you want to add cut titles, I think this is the place to do it. Just add the cut titles right in here. Again, or die cut titles or Cricut cut titles, laser cut, Cricut or silhouette cut titles. This is a place to keep them. So the only kind of exception to my rule were a couple things. One was vacation and travel. And this one, because these were also kind of multi-word titles, right? Taking it easy, outdoor fun, out and about, the great outdoors, right? So you get it. These are all like, and I love having kind of a vacation theme. So I decided this one was going to kind of have all of those. And again, those are, most of these you can find in the must-have laser titles 4, right? And this one's still available. And you can see those. A lot of those are the outdoorsy ones, which I adore. And you can see I have to buy a minimum of 2 packs because I just have to have them. Like, I don't know, enjoy the journey. Look at that. You can use that on so many different pages. Okay, so here's my travel. And then the other one I had, so this is more travel. The other one I had, now this goes way back, and you'll see from here to here, I kind of did something. I switched the sleeve. And so I did this again, just kind of because it's its own thing. This was a Disney laser collection from long ago. But what I also found was that these titles were so long. So there is also a 4x6 style page. Okay, so these are 4x4. So you get 9 squares here, and these are 4x6, so you only get 6 squares. But look at this beautiful space you have for these really long titles, and they fit perfectly. So I decided to keep all my kind of Disney theme from that laser collection from long ago together here. And then I also did that for Christmas. So this was from, I believe it was from Merry Little Christmas from, again, many years ago. And look at that beautiful die cut. Now that could be kept in with Merry Little Christmas, but again, if I'm using a different Christmas collection, I'm not going to always remember that I have that. So I decided to pull these and put them in these larger sleeves. So, and this is just 4x6 paper. You can grab 4x6 cardstock and just slip those in and create those. Okay, so you can see, like, here's the difference between not having the cardstock and then putting that cardstock in the back. Makes a huge difference. The other last part is there were a couple collections that I had that to me kind of feel like laser or multi-layer. These were leftovers from Happy Album kits. And then these were from, I want to say it was Rainbow Rush way back also, right? So these were multi-layer titles. To me, these are still titles. So yes, I could keep this with the collection, but I also just like seeing, those are upside down. It says live in the moment, right? So I wanted to have it in my title, laser title binder. So that's it. That's kind of a quick preview. And I just keep some extra pages back here. You know, they come in a lot of different sizes, these scrapbook pages. So I even, you know, decided to put some of these laser embellishments. Some of these, sometimes I put these in my color bins. Sometimes I kind of go back and forth. Maybe I have one in one and one in here, but I just like to be reminded what I have in different places. Okay, so let me see if there's any questions and let me know what you think. So alphabetical order. And Lori's asking, what die machine do I like? I have had many. I've had the Sizzix crank, and then I had the little Gemini, which I adore if you just want to do smaller. But my latest purchase was the Sizzix Switch, and I absolutely love that machine. So it's a electric die cutter, so there's no crank on it, and I love it. And I'm going to share in just a minute some other things that I've been using that die cutter for. And how to organize those too with some CM sleeves. Okay, so that is the my newest binder, which I am just in love with. Okay, what do you think? Let's see, imagine at a crop a game like one does on Let's Make a Deal, finding the oldest CM War sticker in your stash. I know, right? I mean, there could be finding some old ones. And Bev says she always keeps vacation and Christmas separately too. So great. Okay. So otherwise though, I was thinking, if it's a word, sometimes I don't know what word I want. And I just want to, flip through and go, because many words can maybe, help with a page. And let me show you kind of an example of what I mean with that. I just did this recently, and Um, yep, there's things falling over. When I was looking for a title for my son's graduation page, right here, and no, I didn't do it here. I thought I did it. Well, I did the stars. This was actually from my sticker. That was an old one. It says congratulations. And then I did some die cut stickers there. I thought I did a different one here. Maybe. Oops, you can't see that one yet. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe I was thinking about this. So you could do different things when you're looking, say on this page, this is what I did for Friday night scrapbooking. You could do together, or you could do family, or you could do, memories, right? That's what I'm saying. Like when you've got a page put together, you have a lot of choices for titles. And sometimes, that having the flip through and that visual impact really just helps you grab the right thing. Okay, so let me set this out. And okay, questions. I saw a question. Did the 2.5 by 12 pages not work well for the titles? So those are the 2.5 by 12. So those are the laser borders. So what I use those for are my, anything long, like the laser borders. And that's what I put those in my power project folders. I don't really, I've talked with Sherry about using that format and maybe having them, cut so that, let me just kind of say, so here's the 2 by 12, right? So it's a 4 up sheet. And I said, what if we had them and they were split so that we could put these in that way? It's a possibility, right? So the thing is, I'm impatient. I want to have my stuff organized. So I just went ahead and did this. There's a possibility that could be a product that's coming. But just having them in the long one, they would move around a lot. But you could try it, definitely. Okay, so that's my new title binders. Sometimes you need to window shop. I love that. Exactly. Window shop. Exactly, Kelly. I love it. Okay, so the next one, organizer, I want to share with you. I have a picture for you. There we go. I don't know why it keeps muting, but you guys know how much I love my carts. And what I was realizing is that I have this really, I have a love not only for my cart, but for these little 5x7 cases. So I thought we could really dig into how to use these cases. And I have 2 pictures that I want to share. So this is the top of my cart. This is what I currently have in the top of my cart. And then this is what I have in the second level of my cart. And you can see this really is all about pens. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about pens in just a few minutes. Okay, so in the top of my cart, I have all of these little 5x7 cases. And as you remember, the 5x7 cases, okay, so what you can do, you can get the box with 6 of these cases, and it is $29 for the box and 6 of these cases. If you just bought 6 of these cases, it's $27. So for $2 more, you can get this box. So one of the things I wanted to start off today with is how many ways we can use this box, and then how many ways we can use these boxes. Because what I most do is separate them out. I love using these boxes for different things and these boxes for different things. As you saw, on my cart. I love that. Now, this was a favorite I've shared before. I just want to remind you. And then I'm going to share a brand new use for these boxes. So first of all, just a quick jog of your memory. One of my favorite things is to keep my scraps in this 5x7 box. And you guys know about my photo folders. So I just took cardstock and folded it just like a photo folder. And then all my scraps are in here. And these are what I go to when I do my die cutting, which I just love having these, or if I want to punch something, this is the first place I go. Okay, so I keep just all my scraps in here. It's nice and contained, easy to get in here and just look real quick. Do I have a scrap that will work before I cut another paper down? Okay, so there's one box. Another way is I like using these for projects. So if you haven't realized, these also work perfectly with the inserts, the pod inserts, the, what do you call them? Photo. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. The organizers. The photo organizer. Power sort box. There we go. That's the word. Power sort box. These are the inserts. So sometimes, like I said, I'll take something from one organizer and use it with another organizer. So the power sort inserts, 3 of them will fit in here, but also the photo folders will fit in here. And so this is like a little mini box that I call a place called home. So as you know, I do Library of Memories, and one of my books is called A Place Called Home. And it's about different places we've lived. And sometimes I feel like working on a few of those pages. So this is my little tiny project box with those photos organized and ready to go. It's a perfect size. Remember, we used to have a power sort box, a little box that was with, took 3. Well, this can be your new one if you want to use these boxes. Okay, so now this is my newest love for this box. And I'm going to kind of show you a couple things. So on my cart, I'm going to talk a little bit about, kind of how I scrap, which leads to how I organize. So I'm going to just take off the top boxes out of my cart so you can see them right here. Okay. All right. So here's what I have in the top of my cart. And this is the picture I showed you. And then I have, adhesive stacked up on the side and, everything hanging off my cart because I love my cart. So what I wanted on the top of my cart were the things that I reach for all the time. And it's morphed. And as I change, it changes. And so this is also where I'd like to see, I'm going to get my notes out and go, what are the things that do you have this kind of system, and what are in your boxes? So I'm just going to start really quickly. Small peekaboo pockets. So these are the small sizes. And yes, we talked a lot about bringing these back, and I do think that's going to happen. Peekaboo pockets. These are just the 4x6 and 6x4 peekaboo pockets. Foam squares. And then let me put, let's see. Yep. And then, so these are, kind of standard products. I'm going to put those back. And then what I have kind of this next section, these are my scrapping supplies. Okay. And then the one last box I had here was my labeling kit. And I used to have another box in this top layer called journaling kit, but I'm going to share with you what I did with that. So this is my labeling kit. I still use this all the time. Again, just like I showed you, it's where I keep my Avery Ultra tabs. I just cannot be without these guys. My Avery Ultra tabs, my favorite labeling pens in here. And whenever I get Power Project folders, this you know, these guys go in here so that whenever I want to sit down and go, oh, I have a new collection, I want to put it away, it's all in my labeling kit. Okay, so that also sits in the top shelf of my cart. And then I have my scrappy stuff. So these are the boxes. And if I could, I'd probably have everything in boxes. But what I was realizing is I just didn't have enough space on my cart, because as you saw, my second layer are my pens, all kind of different pens, but I'm going to show you more about pens. So these are things, though, that I love adding to my pages, and those are pockets. Okay, so I have a whole little box of pockets in here. So these are some leftover from travel log, from happy album, from different things. Or if I make a pocket with my dies, something like this, right, where I've made a pocket, so that can go in here too. So that's one. I also absolutely love tags. So I have a box of nothing but tags. So big tags, little tags. If I make a tag with my tag maker and I don't end up using it, it pops into my tag box. Okay. Then I have my, the next one right here. These four are all about journaling. Okay. So, and what I was realizing is I couldn't fit all of those in one box. I really wish I could. But again, when I'm getting ready to journal, I want to have something. I want to know, am I just going to grab, what am I going to grab? So I have my journaling cards, and these are a lot of, you know, like pre-printed, the ones, you know, I have downloads. I've shown you guys how to do these on Canva, how to make your journaling cards. So anytime I need a little, either a small journaling card or a larger journaling card, like I said, you just buy the, I buy the cardstock and I run it through my printer. Like we've done these on Friday Night Scrapbooking. You can watch the video on how to do this, pull in artwork if you want. And then these are my journaling cards in here. Okay. So it's always ready to go. You can use, if you have ruled paper, so that might also, so those are like white and color. And then I also just wanted to separate out an absolute favorite, which is dot grid, because a lot of times I just want to journal with dot grid. And so this whole box is just printed dot grid journaling boxes. And I start with 4x6. Sometimes I'll print it bigger, cut it down. If I have scraps, all the scraps go in here as well. Okay. So if I need just little bits of dot grid, it's all in one place. Okay. So that's another favorite. And then, so these are all, you can see, just so handy right there on the top of my cart. Then I have one that I call Ruled and Grid, and I ended up having these little plastic dividers, and I just stuck them in the box. I think these were from scrapbook.com, but it just kind of helped me inside the box segregate a few things. So like this is ruled. These are all my white ruled paper. So this is CM paper that I've cut up and different sizes. So it's all ruled back here. And then this is, you know, just grids that I've printed. And then this is actual grid paper that I printed. So it's different than dot grid. This is actual true grid paper. So this is all about journaling. And then the last one you'll recognize is just what I call color ruled. And this is the Spargo Natural and Black. And I forgot to ask, I'm hoping Spargo is coming back. I know it's sold out. Did anybody hear if Spargo ruled paper is coming back? I mean, like, I have to believe that it is. So in this one, I have, again, those little dividers, Spargo ruled. And then these are natural ruled my, no, that's still Spargo. And then here's the natural. And then in the bottom is black, my black ruled paper. So again, journaling is a big part of my scrapbooking process. So I wanted my little bits of things to journal with very handy. The last two boxes are kind of go along with this one too. And these are some new ones that I am so in love with that I have now put into boxes. So these two colors were the ones that I was finding I kept reaching for and kept going back to my die machine time after time. And I decided to call these layering shapes. So I have a box of white layering shapes and a box of neutral layering shapes. And I adore when I'm creating a layout to add, you know, maybe I want to add that little notes die paper in there, or maybe I want to add a white banner, or maybe I want to add a little scallop frame and then put stickers on top of it, or maybe I want a little dashed or dotted circle. So I was finding sometimes when we have all these gorgeous elements like die cuts and packs of embellishments, I look for a neutral to go with it, to do my clustering, to do my layering and different things. So just like I was sharing in my book, those little pieces don't always come with collections. So I've been running a ton of just paper through my die machine. I mean, isn't that cute? Look at that cute little banner. Like you could just do so much with that. So I have white, and then I have neutral, which is just an like a oatmeal paper kind of color, and same kind of thing. I've got the shapes, I've got tags and tabs, and just all kinds of fun little goodies that I create from my die cut machine. Okay. And before I didn't have any place to put these. So I love the 5x7 box. And if I'm looking for a label or a layering piece, or a little tab, it's just right in this box. So along with white and neutral, so these two are in the top rack of my cart. I decided I love this so much. I wanted to find another organizer that took up a little less space. And so I found, this is a new product that I've just ordered, and I am in love with it. And these are 5x7 die sleeves. And I think you get a pack of 30 on Amazon for about $13. And so this is my new favorite thing. And look at, it fits perfectly in the 5x7 CM box. So I really love these boxes for a lot of different things. Now I don't have enough in here, so I just put a couple empty boxes to take up space. But the pockets come like this, okay? And then I have linked on my page just a stack of 5x7 white cardstock. It's already cut. Now, if you want to spend the time cutting it, cut it. I don't want to spend the time. So I buy these in a stack of 100 of the white cardstock. And you can see I have a stack here. And the difference it makes in these sleeves is phenomenal, because you can easily see what's in your pockets, right? Versus, let me just, show you, if I didn't have that in there, it's a different, right? So when it's in your box, you start seeing all the different layers. So just slipping a piece of white cardstock makes a world of difference. And what I was realizing is I love my white and neutral so much that I wanted other colors. So like these are the same dies, just this one's black, right? So this one I'll probably label black layering shapes. this one was just tabs. And so sometimes these are punches. I'll punch them. Sometimes they're dies. But if I need a tab is different than a tag. Okay, so my tags, remember that. And that's what I was getting a little confused when I was looking for stuff. And then I'm like, Lauren, tabs are different than tags. So tags to me are something like this that, you know, have a hole and, you know, that's a tag. This is a tab. Different. Okay. So I pulled out all my tabs. They're in this little pocket. I labeled it. In it goes. I even made one like for tickets because I have a couple tickets in here and those aren't really tickets. I have some die cuts that I want to use for little tickets. Okay, then here's one with red shapes, right? So these were some leftovers from when I was, you know, deciding what to do with red. And here's some blue. And if you have die cuts that I had these were from the everyday die cuts. They didn't have a home. Well, now they have a home. So these are layering pieces in my mind, layering pieces that help me work, you know, put those clusters together on my pages. Green. Then I have a pocket with just words, and I have a pocket with my December daily leftover. And the nice thing about having a white cardstock, it can also be two-sided. So if you want numbers on one side and like your words on the other, you can do that. Okay, so you can see it goes on and on. These are like extra numbers that I had left over. You can throw them out, but look at how nice. They're super skinny. They're contained. And I'm feeling like now that I know there's a place, a home, a box, a simple little box where I keep all of these things, I'll be able to find things. What else would you like, you know, would you think like I had extra little projects that I had been working on? I have, remember when we get card kits and they give you the bonus pack? I never knew what to do with that. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to try storing them in here so that if I want to remember, you know, everything's kind of in the same place. So there's bonus packs from card kits. Remember these? So those kind of things. I haven't decided. A thought was to use one of those 5x7 index cards and put a tag, Avery Ultra Tab label on top, and maybe I'll organize them that way. So stay tuned. I don't know. But these are definitely a new great find. Pair them with your 5x7 paper. And now you've got a whole nother organizational box for all your goodies. The whole idea, again, was to kind of go in here and go, all right, so let me see, like this is what, you know, so I just print a bunch of my labels at once. And as I need to find these, so I'm just going to take that label and put it right on the edge. And it's on the flap. So these are little flaps and they have a little slit if you want to secure it so that nothing falls out. And then now that's labeled. It's just as simple as that. Okay, so I have like daily December days, black letters, whatever you want to label those as. So now I have one more organizer to share with you, but I'm wondering if you guys have ideas. So let me come back to the comments and go, what would you put in either these or these boxes? Do you have any other? Yeah. Okay. So Mary says extra embellishments that don't go with a pack or are left over. Absolutely. Like, so, would you put that in a box or do you like this little sleeve ideas? This is, again, you know, people have been using these for storing dies forever, but you know, I went through a whole thing of how I like to store my dies. This is another way you could store dies. Um, okay, so Susan's like, I gotta watch from the beginning. No worries. It's on replay. Um, I know 5x7 envelopes better than 5x7 Ziploc baggies I've used for stuff. Envelopes are more accessible. Yeah, and you know what? They feel good too. They're nice and sturdy, and they feel good. And I like the little slit, the little closure. Pretty inexpensive, less than $1 a piece. So I'm always happy when something's less than $1 a piece. Okay. Okay. Layering shapes, white and neutral. Okay, good. You love that idea. It says, oh, Lisa says they're not returning. All right. So we got to just load up that we want the Spargo lined ruled paper. But hey, we can make it in Canva too. Hey, remember, we can do that. Ready to Kelly wants to just order it all ready to go. Can I just click a button? And Mary says she still has some of those smaller power sort boxes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the power sorts fit in here. Scraps organized by color. You guys like that? Okay. So I'm just trying to see if I missed anything. Let's see. All the carts. Let me see. Anything else? You guys have ideas? Maybe a list at the beginning of all the things to know what you have. Oh, that's a great idea, Sue. Yeah. Die cuts organized by theme. So you could do die cuts by theme. That could be another category, right? Do you guys have any other ideas? Same question as Shirley. Did Shirley have a question of the envelope idea? Small photo box, small journal templates, and photo templates. Journal. Yep. And photo templates. Yes. I actually, I forgot to show. I do have a box. It's on my second shelf. I put it in, remember one of the times we could get blue boxes with something? So these are my templates. And I love these boxes for templates. And I put it in the blue one so that, I know exactly which box has my templates. But yeah, definitely a great idea for templates. This is on my second shelf. Excellent. Thank you for reminding me about that. Let's see. Question. When do you find time to scrap versus organize? There's the question. You know what? I was actually thinking about this. Someone wrote a letter and said, Lauren, you really are onto something. I think it was Anne. She said, we love to organize. I love organizing. When CM asked, when I went to Minnesota, they said, what do you do in your spare time? What's a hobby? Not scrapbooking. I laughed. I said, I love organizing. I really do. It's therapeutic to me to be able to find little places and put my things in little things. I love it. So sometimes when I need a break from the creativity, organizing gives me that break, because I just sit and go, putting things in little squares and little plastic pouches just makes, it's just fun. Okay. So let me know if you have any other ideas. Let me see. List what's in your box on an index card. Oh, this is a great idea. So that you remember what you're storing. So that would be awesome. Like a little index card, what you're storing in here. Great idea. And then, then you can just go to town, right? So you've got card things and you've got black letters, extra letters that you cut out, whatever's in there. Okay. So, photo corners. Yep. That's another great, idea for a box would be photo corners. Yep. Let's add that. Let's see. Thinking photo cut templates, extra set fit in the small. Oh yeah, they do in the small photo trimmer too. That's a great, another place. And Mary says being organized makes her feel good. Me too. Yeah, exactly. Kelly's saying one time, sometimes you have energy for one, or sometimes you have energy for the other. I agree. Yeah, and it is soothing and it is fulfilling. I just think that's why, tidy up. Here we are on Tidy Up Tuesdays. All right, friends. So, so that we don't take forever and ever. Do you see why I only picked 3? I'm going to share one last organizer that I'm really excited about, and it has a little bit of a hack, but if you have some more ideas, I can always write those down. And as you remember, maybe you might remember, let me find it. I had in my cart a box that said journaling kit. And in this kit, I had my black pens, my templates, and different things. And then what I had an aha moment, and I thought, I really love my pens. So who are my pens lover? Who are my pen lovers? I want to see, give me a heart or a thumbs up if you are a pen lover like I am. Yeah, the pods are going to be next week, Kelly. So the small box, Sabine, yes. Dum da da dum da 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 dum. Ding. Okay, so this is called the Small Flex Pod. You guys, this is only $12.50. It's a great deal. It's this big, okay? So you can see, in relation to a 5x7 box, how big it is. So who's my pen lovers? I'm seeing some hearts coming up. All right, so I decided what I wanted was a bigger box for my journaling. So where this was my journaling kit before, and I wanted more space on the top of my cart. Sometimes I wouldn't have the color in my journaling kit that I needed because I had a different box that were for my dot tip pens and a different box that were for my dual tip pens. So, you guys ready? Ta-da! Here is my new journaling box, and I am in love. All right, I'm going to give you a close-up look, and you guys are going to see if you can figure out my hack, okay? I went all over. I was like, I need something for in this box. I can't find it. I can't find it. I need something to put in my box to help segregate my pens. And I finally had the aha moment. My pens do fill a cart, Kelly, but these are just my journaling pens, right? So my lettering pens and my metallic pens and, art pens, those are all in the second row of my cart. My paint pens, all that. This is just when I sit to scrapbook, I wanted everything in one place. Kelly, you're so close. So I looked everywhere. I looked online, I looked around my craft room, and I could not figure out, without these in here, everything was flying all over the place because the pod comes with one divider. And I said, I can't have all my pens. That just bothers me. So, yes, my friends, I sacrificed 2 of my Power Sort box pods. Yep. And they fit perfectly. So that's Lauren's hack for today. I just took my scissors and I cut the top off. Just cut it right off. It's plastic. And I don't know about you, but I had extras. I had extras of these pods, and I am using this so perfectly. Look at how perfectly. So now all my colored dual tip pens go in here, and then I have all my black ones. Yeah, I have a lot of black. Go in here in the front. Okay, so I have colored dual black, and then I did the same. These are the dot tip pens. Okay, so all my colored dot tip pens go in here, fit perfectly. And then in front, these are my fine tip. So I may end up cutting a third one, but I don't have a whole lot of the extra fine tip. So these right now are just going in the front. So what's nice is once you put the boxes in, it makes more compartments, right? And I also put my favorite pencil in here. I put my favorite eraser and my favorite pencil sharpener, my Post-it notes. Okay, those fit right here on the side perfectly. In the back, I have some just scratch paper, my Write Again, my little templates. They fit perfectly in here, right? The little mini templates that we've gotten. And then I also like just keeping a little ruler in the back there too, tucked in. Okay, so that goes perfectly, fits right in the back. And the other nice thing is the boxes give the pod a little bit of structure, and it's not so flimsy and so forth. So, and then in here, I also just wanted to mention, so I also keep my photo labeling pencil. And if you haven't tried the white jelly roll, so this is a Sakura jelly roll pen, and this is in my favorite pens bundle, but this is great if you're writing on white cardstock or white ruled paper. If you make a mistake, the white jelly roll can help you kind of fix little writing mistakes. You don't always have to, if you don't have a sticker. And these are photo safe and archival and everything. It's made by Sakura, the same brand. So the jelly roll, and there's two sizes. I like the 5 and the 8. And like I said, I usually just use these for correcting mistakes. I always like to have my photo labeling pencil in there and a regular pencil. What do you guys think? That's my latest. Ba-bam! Right there. So this is now the small flex pod is now my little go-to pen. And I don't know if Lisa's still here, but wouldn't that be great to pack up and go to a crop with? And you've got everything organized, every color you need, the dot tip, the dual tip, the fine point, your pencils, your journaling templates, your Post-it notes, everything all in one place. And I'm loving it. So, okay. And yeah, a pencil sharpener for the photo labeling pencil. And there's plenty of space to put those in because these pods don't take up the whole space. So here's my eraser. And you know, sometimes people ask, I love Blackwing. The Blackwing brand pencil, that's what this is. This is kind of a limited edition Blackwing eraser, and this is a Blackwing pencil sharpener. It's called a long point pencil sharpener. So it has two holes that create a really skinny long point. Okay, so ta-da! There you have it. And like I said, so, you know, room here, room for Post-its, room for templates. You can just get it all right here in your little mini pod. So new favorite thing. I was trying to figure out what am I going to use that little flex pod for, the small flex pod. And this is it. That's my favorite. Okay. And space for more pens. Yes. All right. So, yeah. So Mary, I am going to, you know, forward this on and say, hey, you guys already have the mold for, you know, creating these pods. Maybe you can make them, you know, something for us. Okay. So, and Kelly says, question on your Amazon list, please. Those extra stuff. Yeah. Okay. Let me do that next. Let me go to the screen share. And for those who may not know, this is, like I said, where I keep all of my sourcing. So I have 3 different lists. The first list is pretty much the one you want to go to. It is Craft Room Organization. And when you see the Craft Room Organization, you just click on it. And everything that I have shared at one point or another in some kind of video, or that I have used in my craft room, like I said, I've just gone through my orders and said, yep, I like that. I'm going to add that. So you'll see, like, here's my favorite label maker. And if you want, one second, let me just go back. The website is amazon.com/shop/craft some joy. Okay. That's where you'll find me. And then you click on Craft Room Organization and it has everything listed. And some of these, like I said, I was going through my orders and I go, oh yeah, I forgot to add that. So there's kind of a mix of different things in here. The label maker, these are some great little cord management clips, you know, things that I stick on my cart. The Avery Ultra Tabs, this is another cord organizer. So you'll see a lot of this also when I do finally someday my big craft room tour. And you'll see, like, I have a new pegboard system and I'll be sharing that soon too. That'll be one of my new tidy ups I'll share. But anyhow, I went ahead and put these on the list. This is the one, if I got you excited right here about the little stamp and die folders, this is the one right here, guys, right here. Okay. You want to click on that and get those cute little folders. They are awesome. And then, let me see, there was something else in here. Okay. These, who was it that asked me about the sturdier, someone, who was that? I wrote it down. Whoops. Diane, you wanted to know which 12 by 12 storage pouches were a little sturdier than the record sleeve. And they are right here. The Henoiso. I do love these. So this is what I call my baby bear. Either the record sleeve or these are my baby bear paper organizers. And so they hold up better than the record sleeves because they're a little thicker plastic, but this is it right here. Okay. And you can, if you click on that, you can order it in different quantities. So this is 24, they come in 36 or even more. These are also, the cardstock. You can get 4x6, 5x7, you know, all those good things, for finding that. Okay. So you'll see, I think that was, also, I just want to mention the non-adhesive magnetic sheets. You guys, this is the best price I have found for storing dies on magnet sheets. You get 24 for $16. That's a good deal for those, and they work really well. These are the little self-adhesive metal book plates you saw on my sort and stash binders, and they do have some with larger and smaller as well. Okay, so you can just kind of scroll for days and see all the different fun things that I've added in here for you that I love. These are all things that I use and love. So take a look around. You can, you know, kind of check out what is on there, but that is, that's where you can find everything. Okay. So next week, friends, we are going to do Creative Memories Organizers Part 2. And that is when I will get into the pods. I just knew today was going to take some time getting into some of these fun new ideas. So I wanted to split it up. So we're going to do Creative Memories Organizers Part 2 next week on Tuesday at noon Pacific. And let me just check. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. And remember, if you did enjoy this content, it really does help me so much for you to give it a thumbs up and a like. So I do appreciate all of you who've done that for me. Kelly has a question on my Amazon list. Oh, okay. The extra stuff. So I hope I got that. I hope I got all those ideas for you, Kelly. And could you set up a one or two of these buttons in your shop with an organize your blank kit with items? Okay, I'll have to look at that. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you could explain what you mean. I will share, let me do this. I will share, I had some folks asking about my website. Could you please bring back the list? Let me just do a screen share again. Could you please bring back, I had before, I had my quote Amazon shop. I had a list that's shop my favorite things. So I've reorganized this a little bit to bring that back for you. So an easy way to find my Amazon shop, by the way, you go to craftsomejoy.com. That's my website. And you saw, I just clicked on shop my favorite things. This first pink button right here will take you to the shop I was just showing you on Amazon. But people also wanted my my previous shop my favorites page. This is the same thing. It's just kind of in a different format, but I also am able to add things like Red River paper, my absolute favorite photo paper ever. Red River paper here, Stampin' Storage is on here, the little Epson picture, so all my favorite things are on here as well. It's just kind of in a different format. So some people like seeing it this way, and some people like it on the Amazon page, but it's kind of grouped, and it's available both ways for you. So that's just a quick shortcut that you can get to from my website if you're trying to find my favorite things. Okay, so let's see. The journaling pen bundle. Yeah. Tags, tabs. Yeah, definitely. We got to kind of toss all that out. Okay. And Red River. Yeah, there's so much great information on the Red River paper site, and they are an amazing paper source for printing photos. Just my favorite. I've been using them for years and years now and love it. Okay. And Cinda, don't worry. There's replay. So we are just finishing up Tidy Up Tuesday for today. And I won't keep you any longer because I know you're probably anxious to go shopping and start organizing. But I do want to just say thank you for joining me. And once again, we will be back next week for a Tidy Up Tuesday at noon Pacific. And until then, I hope you take time to craft some joy, and we will see you again soon. Bye for now.